Trigger warning: the upcoming episode has themes of violence, abuse, and dismemberment. Listener's discretion is advised. Please use discernment if you choose to continue and pause when needed. Thank you for listening. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Eliza, and with me today is my guest and my daughter,
Hi.
Jenna. So, in today's Eliza's talk, we're going to be talking about, the American singer and songwriter David, also known as David Anthony Burke, and the murder of Celeste Hernandez,
also known as D4VD.
Oh, that's how you say his name? I was like, I couldn't read that from my life.
I just call him dead. I don't know what else.
I gave up. I was like, the 4D. I was just like, never mind.
Deferred.
So, today's episode, I'm going to give some insight as to what I believe happened and potential theories. And of course, this is for entertainment purposes. I've been a tarot reader for about 15 years. So I really didn't know much about this guy. I did see that this sparked a lot of media coverage.
Hell yeah,
so I decided to pull some cards in reference to this crime. And I started to cross-reference the cards to what I saw, even though there's just so much, like, you can't really tell apart from, like,
word, bro.
What's, factual and not, so
it's until he doesn't speak out or the cops speak out, we're never gonna know.
Right.
Honestly.
So I have a crime scene deck that's specifically for crimes. I usually use them for, like, missing persons. There's a group that I usually do free readings in called Spiritually Intuitive Readings. And also intuitive readings, missing persons. And I also use my Rider White Tarot deck, just to see if there's, like, a similar type of energy. So
I think we can low-key link that below for people who are interested.
What, for the crime scene deck? Oh, yeah, I can definitely
put it in the description, guys.
I think I may have bought an Ipsy, but
listen, we'll find out. Amazon Ipsy, I'm pretty sure you can find it. If you
I
look
have a lot of decks. Not dicks, decks. A lot of
2
decks.
boxes, gallons.
A lot. Like, that was the heaviest when I was moving.
Yeah, bro. That's insane.
All right, so in my crime scene deck, so the first card that had came out, it said that the story, that the killer had an argument or disagreement with the victim. The next card was the killer sustained a wound during the murder. The perpetrator has the behavior patterns of a serial killer. This crime will be solved in the distant future. Jealousy and an affair or love-related crime. The killer is a predator who tracks a specific type of victim. A closer observation of the victim's living space may provide clues. And the suspect lives near the crime scene. And also, I have pulled lies, deception, and potential cover-up.
Mm-hmm.
The victim engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime. The killer has a history of committing crimes. And that this case will remain unsolved until key evidence is discovered.
Okay.
So, now, as I was, like, doing a little bit of research, with the perpetrator of behavior patterns of a serial killer, I saw that there's, like, a previous connection he had with a female also named Celeste.
Oh, yeah.
So he most definitely has the type.
Definitely.
And definitely, like, viewing some of his videos, which I actually hate it doing because I don't want to give him any more views.
Right.
But of course, when you're investigating something, you need to cross-reference.
Yeah, unfortunately.
With the card of this crime being solved in the distant future, in that card specifically, it actually has an image of a vehicle.
Oh.
Which gave me, like, the chills.
Right, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, crap, that's crazy.
Right, the Tesla. Was it a Tesla? I keep
yes,
hearing it was a Dodge Charger or Tesla.
No, it was a Tesla.
Okay, cool.
Now, with the jealousy and affair or love-related crime, I do feel like this was a crime of passion.
Right.
Because when I pulled that card, I did get this sense of, like, obsession and possession.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
I don't feel like he saw her as a person anymore. It was more like, I want to own you.
Yeah.
Like, like when you have, like, a trophy.
Yeah.
Like, that's how the energy came across.
I mean, every time I would see a video of them together, her face was always hidden. Like, she was wearing hoodies. Like, you really wouldn't be able to see her face. The only time I really saw her face was that one live stream that She said something about being like, oh, grooming, and then he ended the live and he was like telling her his moderators to like delete everything.
Oh, maybe that was her way of crying for help.
Do you think so? Because she was like something about like, oh, like you raping little kids. Yeah, and then he was like, okay, guys, we're gonna end it, and then he's like, moderators delete everything. I don't know.
That is something.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know, like with the lies and the deception and potential cover up, my theory is I feel like he did have it in mind to use the other girl's name as a cover up.
Right.
In the sense, like, if anyone was asking questions, he can say, like, oh, this Celeste is the one I'm with, because she was 23. I think she's about 23 years old.
Right.
So I think he had it in mind of using her as a cover up, or like, as a, what they call it,
like an alibi.
Right, like a masquerade kind of thing. And you can tell, like, this is something that I feel like he had these deep, intense feelings of potentially unaliving his girlfriend, Celeste Hernandez, just based on the videos that I've seen.
Yeah.
And we're talking about videos that he's posted, what, about 2-3 years ago?
Yeah. 2023, 24, during COVID, maybe?
Right. So I go, like, this guy definitely has some, like, deep...
Yeah.
Like, he already was, like...
Word.
A deep hatred.
Fuck yeah, he was.
You know? So, like, with the car with this will remain unsolved until the key evidence is discovered.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why he hasn't really been charged yet. Because police are still working,
right?
On the evidence.
Makes sense.
So now, when I pulled from the tarot deck, the Rider Wyatt tarot deck, these are the cards that I pulled. So the first card was the World reverse.
Okay.
The Wheel of Fortune reversed.
Okay.
The Six of Swords reversed. A lot of reverses.
Yeah, what the hell?
The Three of Cups. Reverse Queen of Wands. The Chariot. The Ten of Swords. The reverse Seven of Pentacles. The reverse Page of Wands.
Okay.
And then lastly was the reverse Hermit.
Okay.
So usually reverses, they usually always depict like very negative, heavy energy, definitely. Which it depends, which I'm gonna post a photo of the spread. So if anyone is not familiar with these cards, they can just see and get like a gist of what it looks like. So I'm gonna begin with my interpretation of what I think may have happened using the tarot deck. So with the combination of the reversed world, the reversed Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Swords reversed, for me, this reveals that this case is like caught in a karmic like snarl where the truth is hidden in murky waters. It's almost, they make me feel like it's almost like it was like hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Literally. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like right now there was a moment where he was like, I felt like he was like on top of the world, and like just like that, the Wheel of Fortune, like it changed on him. I mean, like, it was I think so fast that I'm surprised his neck didn't break.
Dude, it was in a trunk, like literally hidden in plain sight.
It's just like, and with all this, with forensic, being at work to figure out what happened to her. The only thing is, my question is that she already had been missing for a year or so, right? Yeah. No one had heard of her, quote unquote. Yet she was spotted on many live streams, photos, etc.
So how could she have stayed missing?
Right. And I go, where was the family? And like, I'm trying to help me to like victim or blame, like, but I go, where was the family all of this?
No, yeah.
Because we're talking about being in the same state.
Dude, like
not in like a different state, not in a different country. We're talking about what, approximately like 75 miles?
Dude, yeah.
Like, it's not really that far from her hometown.
Dog, if that was my kid, I'd be like beyond worried.
Right. And so I go like, I don't know. There's just some stuff that I don't feel like it coincides. Unless really, really, like, they really didn't care. In the sense, like, you go, oh, my kid is wild and whatever. You know? Because sometimes parents also don't... Because no parent goes, oh, my kid is probably going to be the one that winds up, dead somehow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, I mean, there could be a lot of reasons as to why there wasn't like the dots weren't connecting in some way.
Right.
So what I find interesting is how the Three of Cups showed up.
Okay.
in this poll, which could potentially point to multiple people involved, either complicit or aware of the relationship between David and Celeste and her disappearance leading up to her death. Because it makes me feel that, because when you talk about the Three of Cups, you're talking about people in cahoots. Because in the card, it's three people holding cups up, right? So there has to have been like someone, a confidant, or someone that they trusted, that knows about this thing, you know.
Definitely.
With the reverse Queen of Wands, right? This depicts usually a strong female energy, acting out in jealousy or someone very domineering. So going back to the other deck, if you remember, that mentions about jealousy being the emotion that fueled the events that took place. So it feels to me that there may have been like obsessive thoughts of Celeste being unfaithful. Whether this is a key element, whether it's true or not, it's clear that Celeste was not thought of as a person. You know, just based on like a little bit what I've seen, I don't know, the dude got problems. I'm sorry, but he has some deep-seated issues that honestly, I mean, I never heard of him until like now. And when I saw some of this like stuff that you showed me, like the
reposted of him,
I'm like, how can he have gone this long saying the things that he said, and everyone is like...
And this was around the time that they met, and there's Discord messages of them talking. Well, it's allegedly her, but some of them say like deleted user.
But they're also saying that it might be the Celeste 23.
Right. So it's just like you don't know. But then with the repost saying like, oh, if she were to say happy birthday to her ex, like why pouring boiling hot water over her, because why is she happy that he's lived another year?
Like, I don't know how that's funny.
I don't get it.
Because I think if someone were to come and tell me something like that,
I'd be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, I'll be like, goodbye. No. I don't feel like I'll be able to trust you around me.
Right. And then the videos, like the repost of him saying like, oh, I'm a fucking sociopath and all that stuff.
The truth.
I mean, he knew, obviously. It was clear
like
he was
they
self-aware.
Say, when in the great words, and that's my favorite quote from Maya Angelou, when someone shows you who they are,
believe it.
Believe them. Yep. You know? And, you know, the thing is, the majority of feminicide that occurs is due to men seeing women as objects rather than a person. Because when you see someone as a person, you have empathy.
Of course.
But when you see them as an object, you know, you lose that, like, emotion, you know. I feel like he may have accused her of cheating, because when we do see the Three of Cups in a relationship, there is usually feelings of, like, maybe someone is being unfaithful. But I do feel like she wanted out of this relationship. And he probably felt that the only reason she wanted to leave, that he probably felt like it was because of someone else. Like, he didn't see that it's because he's a fucking psycho.
No,
you know, because like, he didn't look on the mirror and say, you know, she don't want to be with me because I'm fucking nuts. No, he was like, oh, she probably wants to be with someone else, and you know what I'm saying? Now, what's crazy is that, like, for a quick moment, and it was something that came and went. When I saw the Queen, the reverse Queen of Wands, I felt like this could be a significant connection to David's mother, or a mother-like figure.
Right.
I feel like, because usually when the Queen of Wands is reversed, this usually points to a manipulative energy. And I feel like this person, this woman, was trying to keep Celeste quiet. And I feel like she had, like, you know, when you try to convince someone, like, oh, you're making a big deal out of it, like trying to pull her back into the mess.
Right.
Because I do feel like she wanted to leave, but they gave me this feeling like someone was like pulling her back. But it's not just him. It made me feel like there's another figure, a feminine energy that also was like trying to keep her quiet. And I feel like maybe because they were afraid that if she left, all the stuff that she could say.
To ruin his reputation.
You understand? And so it's like, people have done crazy
especially
things.
With like my generation, like they're really quick to like
cancel your shit.
Cancel you, yes. Like, God forbid you say the wrong thing, and next you know your whole life is ruined.
Where were they in biblical times?
Like,
you know, like, and so I definitely feel like she wanted out. But these people were like,
no,
they were afraid of her.
Because she held power.
Yes, because she didn't realize that she held power because of all the abuse. Because I can only imagine with the stuff that he's posted, if he's feel free To talk like that
yeah.
in public,
Yeah.
I can only imagine
Yeah.
together, like in private.
Mm-hmm.
That shit must have been crazy,
Right.
you know? So I definitely feel like a dominant mother's energy does have a lot to do with this situation.
Yeah.
Like, just as much as him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now continuing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the next, we had the Chariot with the Ten of Swords, right?
Okay.
This combination points to the act of being deliberate
Okay.
and a willpower-driven act that ended, unfortunately, in a reversible harm.
Yeah.
You know, and if, you know, for those tarot readers out there, you know how the Ten of Swords card looks. You know, it's a
Yeah.
person on the floor with 10 swords in their back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very
Oh, okay.
it's a very, very like, oh wow. Like no one was hiding that symbolism,
No.
you know?
Holy shit.
You know, which this usually depicts this is like a brutal end to a person's life
Oh,
or
man.
situation,
Well, yeah,
depending.
allegedly she was dismembered.
Right,
Her
she
hands were
was.
missing. Well, from what I've heard,
Right.
her hands were missing and she was, you know, dismembered, like broken into pieces, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like with these cards together, this shows that this was no accident.
Yeah, definitely.
But an act with intent and force.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the Chariot being present, this also
Mhm.
points to her body being found in a vehicle.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
in the tarot card, the
Yeah.
Chariot, it usually talks about travel or
Mhm.
talks about like something moving.
No, yeah.
You know, so we can say that this could represent like the vehicle where she
Yeah,
died in or she was
yeah.
placed in.
Yeah.
Right. So now with the Seven of Pentacles, this usually suggests like the waiting game.
Okay.
This can be like investigators biding their time to see how things unfold
Oh, right.
as they
okay.
collect evidence, right?
Mhm.
And basically like following the breadcrumbs of a timeline that ended in the death of Celeste, right?
Right.
This card can also suggest things being planted as fans believe, because I did see like a couple of people, including you,
Oh.
saying
about
that
the
maybe
baby.
you felt like he was
Yeah.
being set up.
Oh, yeah, that.
Because in the Seven of Pentacles in the tarot card, it usually
Yeah.
shows like a farmer by a bush.
Right, because it's like, okay, their car was reported stolen, apparently.
Right.
Then they all of a sudden find a strong smell, and then it happens to be under his name with the girl who, you know, Celeste.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It was so weird. Like, it was so random.
Right.
You know? Because, yeah, he was like, I didn't even know about the repost until now.
You know what just came to mind? I feel like, remember we're talking about the Three of Cups.
Yeah.
What if he did the act, right?
Yeah.
And the person that knows about it was in charge of disposing the body, and they just fucked up.
Right.
I mean, good for investigators, of course.
Yeah.
But not so good for murderers.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes me wonder. Because I feel like maybe that person was supposed to get rid of the body, but maybe they didn't know how or whatever. Sometimes people freak out.
Yeah.
You know, and so they just was like, and then believe it or not, a lot of people don't know much about forensic evidence and how things are processed, and they really think that cops are just going to be like, oh, whatever. You know, oh, just another day on the job.
Right.
You know, like some people really don't think things through.
No, they really don't. That's why half the people who are murderers get caught, because they're stupid. You know?
Yeah, very. Well, like they say in Criminology 101, that it has nothing to do about education, race, ethnicity.
It's just if they believe they can do something, they're gonna do it.
Exactly. If a person genuinely, with their whole mind, body, and spirit, believe that they can get away with something, they'll do it.
Yeah,
the same thing like cheating.
Yeah.
People cheat because they go, I feel like I know I can get away with it, or just the possibility of I can, they'll do it. You know, and that's just unfortunately like some human instinct, you know, they just can't help it. Some people feed into it more than others, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just what it is. But like with the Seven of Pentacles, also if you look at the card, it shows like a farmer with a shovel.
Okay.
So I definitely feel like, I think the intent was to bury her,
right,
like in different parts.
Yeah.
But perhaps maybe something happened where someone or something like interjected with that plan,
right?
You know. But with the Seven of Pentacles, this usually talks about patience, right? Like waiting for things to come to fruition as they investigate and gather more evidence,
right.
Which makes me feel that this won't be solved as quickly as we would like.
No.
But when it does conclude, it's going to be like very damning.
Yeah.
Okay. This card points out that after time and persistence,
Mhm.
there will be clarity. And I really do hope, because
Me
sometimes, like,
too.
when I listen to certain podcasts and like crimes that happened in the 80s, for example, the police
Mhm.
work is just atrocious.
Yeah, it's
Like,
horrible. Very horrible. That's why the crime rates were so high.
yes, like it just,
I mean, allegedly, crime rates in the U.S. are dropping. I don't know if that's entirely true,
well, it'll
but
be
I would
nice.
assume so because of the technology we have compared to like back then. You know, like
Right.
social media. You know, people are stupid when it comes to social media. They post damn near
Clearly.
everything up.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's like,
clearly. But in some way, I feel like,
yeah.
I mean, for like criminal justice, I feel like that's a plus, because
Yeah,
people feel
it
so
really is.
comfortable
Comfortable.
to like post things that later they regret
Mm.
doing.
Yeah, like
And
making a song called Romantic Homicide.
I swear, like from what I've seen, I feel like his whole career was based on like being a confession.
Right? Because, dude, the music video for Romantic Homicide is him putting himself into a back of the car after he killed himself, apparently. And he's wearing a blindfold.
Right.
He's putting himself into the back of the trunk. And mind you, this video, he's also with a girl that kind of looks like Celeste.
Yes, very.
Yeah. So, dude, you're literally telling on yourself, but it's like you're saying, haha, fuck you, you guys don't know.
It's hidden in plain sight. As I was talking about
He's
the
like,
world.
"Ha, you guys are oblivious." You know,
Yes.
I'm telling you right now. what
Because
this
he
is.
really felt on top of the world. He felt like
Yeah.
untouchable.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just incredible. In some
Yeah.
ways, you got to give him credit.
Word, bro. He really.
Honestly, like, you got to give
really
this guy
did that.
credit that he was nuts and he was free to be that way.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
But with the Seven of Pentacles, if you remember, you know, it matches the energy from the crime deck that this case won't be solved until key evidence discovered.
Mhm.
I must also add that this too can be that whoever are involved, they may be anxiously waiting to see if the truth come out, like to see if their names get mentioned, or maybe like a photo of like cameras and things like that. So I definitely feel like whoever's involved, they're just as anxious, like waiting to see if like
I would be too.
if they're gonna be found out, right? The reverse Seven of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords also show that although her end was very brutal, it definitely won't vanish into nothingness.
Yeah.
So whether it's her own spirit, because I definitely do believe that sometimes I do wonder that people who have been taken too soon, like their unrest is what helps police find like things and like, you know, like where they influence
things.
that.
I saw a story about something like that like today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about some lady like solved her own crime after death.
Imagine. So sometimes it makes me wonder if like someone's spirit is so like strong, you know, where they're like, no, this is fucked up and unjust.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
It just makes me wonder sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, going back to the idea of David or DVD being set up, we also have to consider, or at least to me, that for this person to be set up, like someone, they would have had to really go out of their way.
Fuck yeah, they did.
To put so much time and effort for the crimes to match his songs and things he posted to match like their potential abusive relationship and the crime.
Yeah.
And like this person, if quote unquote he was, is being set up, this person,
dude,
animosity.
Fuck yeah.
Like I think
they hated him.
Animosity to the exponential of 10.
Right.
Okay. Which I don't know. I don't feel like the evidence has been planted, you know, because I really feel like someone was in charge. Because remember, he was on tour.
Right, exactly.
He is on tour. Well, was on tour. Yeah. So that means someone must have been in charge of getting rid of the body. And you know what I just heard in my head right now?
What?
They don't pay me enough for this.
Oh.
So I feel like whoever who was in charge of getting rid of this thing, like they chickened out.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, I can't do with this. You know what I'm saying? And they just left the car, right? So now continuing, right? With the reverse Page of Wands, right? Along with the reverse Hermit, this makes me feel that there was a lot of recklessness.
Right.
With the reverse Page of Wands, it does point to, I guess you can say, a wild child. like
Okay.
someone very rebellious.
No, yeah,
As to
definitely.
what I've seen here and there, they did talk about her running away. I'm not really sure how
Yeah.
true that is.
Right.
But they said like she used to run away, and like cops would have to return her home. Like I don't know if that's really true. But with the reverse page of wands, it does show like a kid that don't listen.
Yeah.
You know, like a kid that you go listen. And you know what? Maybe the mom in her own way, the family gave up on her a little bit because
Right.
like when your kid is rebellious, like to that degree,
Yeah.
sometimes parents feel like, oh, what else am I gonna
Right.
do?
What can I do more?
Right?
What
You
more
know what
can I
I'm
do?
saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like, of course, with the reverse page of wands, it shows that she was a wild child, and like every child her
Yeah.
age
She was what,
with poor
14?
judgment.
Yeah. Right.
You know. And this can also symbolize like how she was feeling towards the end of the year.
Mhm.
Because when we see the Hermit card, this usually talks about isolation,
Oh,
like
okay.
feeling alone,
Right. Yeah.
feeling cut off. You know.
Yeah.
Another feeling I get, that I feel like there's someone afraid to come forward with the information they have.
Mhm.
But this also makes me feel, because with the Hermit, if I mean, for people who don't know, it's like a wizard holding a lantern in front of him.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah,
You know,
lighting
he's
the
holding
way.
like a
Yeah.
and usually that symbolizes lighting the way
Yeah.
in the darkness.
Right.
Right. And this talks about information also.
Mhm.
So I feel like there may be someone like afraid to come forward. Or there could be like a delay in solving the case because of misinformation circulating on
Okay.
social media,
Yeah.
or perhaps even bad advice clouding the person with the key information. And this, I feel like, could be the mother figure energy that comes forth. Like,
Right. Yeah.
maybe there's someone that's like, you better not talk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this person is probably like on the fence. And maybe they're waiting, like in some ways, they're like, I hope I get caught. Like they're waiting for the cops to catch them first so they can say, oh, like to have that relief and be like, this is what happened, you know? Or these two cards can also be a possibility that even David himself, when he sees that there's really no way around this, perhaps he himself will see that he can't uphold the lies anymore. You know, and you know, we may even see people involved like not being able to keep their story straight. So I feel like they might find like certain key events don't match.
Yeah.
Or people they'll be like changing their story.
Yeah.
On another note, with the reverse hermit, for me that also points to the tattoo that they both carry. We're talking about something hidden.
Yep.
And you know what? I feel like this is what kept the connection. And it's not to blame her, because regardless of whether she was a wild child, rebellious, whatever the case, she did not deserve what he did.
Not.
There's no excuse, you know? But I feel like from her part, at least in the beginning, I feel like that's what drove her with this connection.
Yeah, cute little secret.
Right, the taboo.
Yeah, you're all to mine because nobody can know about us, blah, 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 right?
Right, the forbidden love.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves things they can't have. Because they know that legally and morally this relationship was, you know, like what do you have in common with a 13, 12-year-old?
Right, yeah, because we're saying
Little
they've been
pony?
Together since what? Like, she was 13.
Like 12, no? Wasn't it? 12, 13?
I think she was either 12 or turning 13, and then she died allegedly when she was 14, turning 15.
Right, because her birthday is actually the day before yours.
Yeah, that's insane. Hello?
Right.
She died, but she was dead already when she...
Yeah. They discovered her a day after her birthday, which was your birthday.
That's fucking insane. That, when I saw it, and I was... Bro, I was like, not on my birthday. This cannot be a dude, the first day of school used to be on my birthday. And now I'm getting fucking used to be one of my favorite artists, no, let's not do that to me. No,
I know,
please.
it's just crazy. And with the hermit also, I feel like he really did make it his business to make sure that she didn't share their relationship, and more importantly, her age. So thinking about what you were saying before, how she was like grooming and he shut down everything and he deleted, like, so it does point to like he really was like a dominant force in her life, like trying to keep her quiet, you know. But I also do feel a lot of people knew about her, right? Because people seen her. But I'm 100% certain that even though people have seen her, I'm pretty sure they really didn't know her age. I feel like, because you know, especially young girls, unfortunately, they always lie or say that they're older than what they
right.
are.
And she did look older.
Which is very dangerous. I don't really think that girls really understand how dangerous that is.
And she was Hispanic, so she had like strong, older
Right,
looking genes.
features,
She
yeah.
looked. I would say, like, if I saw her on the streets, I would believe that she's 18,
Right.
like around my age. So yeah, so she probably did lie to people, but just not to him.
Right. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knew.
Well, yeah, definitely.
But as I was like viewing, the spread, the word that did keep coming to mind was the word narcissism. And and like every narcissist,
Yeah,
they isolate their victim.
yeah.
From family, they keep them away from their friends, their family, any type of support that they could have, right? Because they want to be like the sole connection.
And then if things go bad, they don't have anybody by their side.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the upside with the hermit, it also shows that, especially that it's in the outcome position, this shows the truth is going to be forced out.
Oh, okay.
So that means like whatever's hidden in the dark is going to find,
yeah,
its way in the light. So overall, these combinations of cards show that this wasn't just an act, but the arc of justice. This crime was deliberate.
Yeah.
I feel like it was influenced by jealousy and control, and it definitely was carried out with force.
Yeah.
However, the aftermath shows a slow but steady unraveling, showing that someone will break the silence and what is hidden will eventually be brought into the open.
Yeah. I hope so.
Right? So, I mean, like going over the case of what I've seen, because I'm going to go over like a psychological point of view here. And I'm not a psychologist, but I love psychology. I used to study for criminology because I did wanted to be a forensic psychologist. But life had other.
I'm a forensic investigator.
Yeah, life had different plans for me. Yeah. So as we all know, Celeste was found in a Tesla, registered by the songwriter and singer David on September 8th of 2025, which was the day after Celeste, her birthday, which made her about 14 years old at the time of her death, who had been missing since February of 2024. She was from Lake Elsinore, approximately about like 75 miles away from where she was found in Los Angeles, California. There are speculations that only her head and torso were left in the trunk, and that it was found due to employees from the Hollywood Tow that they reported a foul smell being left on the lot for 5 days. Then, after being reported abandoned in Hollywood Hills. Although, the good news here, I guess.
Something I learned in psychology class is that when you smell the smell of a dead body, it puts you into fight or flight no matter what. Even if you don't know it's a dead body, like your brain automatically goes into
right?
Yeah.
They go like, wait, something's wrong.
That's why, because something we smell things all the time, bad smells, and
right.
But this must have had to be so strong that it made them do like, no, we gotta call somebody.
Right. Yeah, I can only.
Yeah.
Listen, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine.
But on September 24th, it was known that the body was released to the Celeste family, which leads me to believe that the cause of death probably has already been determined,
right?
But has yet to be revealed. So I don't know. When I was getting acquainted with this case after I had pulled out the cards and I was cross-referencing them, I've seen others mention some of his songs would be like very deranged and like macabre, and I watched like his I think 2 of his videos, Romantic Homicide and One More Dance.
Yeah.
So the lyrics seem to stand out the most in Romantic Homicide were, and I quote, "In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you." Many of his videos and lyrics seem to depict like an obsession with someone. And about 9 months ago, he released the song "Where Did It Go Wrong," holding lyrics such as, "But I was in too deep. I couldn't leave. I couldn't let you walk away from everything. I thought that you were my everything." In his other video for One More Dance, it shows him dragging a body to the trunk of a car, as you were saying.
Yeah.
I also duly noted that as they were dragging the body to the car, there was a wound in the center of the chest. I found that in his videos,
I didn't notice that.
they all talk about, well, they all show being shot in the chest.
Oh, interesting.
And now it could be a symbolism of heartbreak, being, but if we're gonna say like theory, I would
Right.
say, like, since I feel like all his videos are like signed confessions,
Yeah.
I would say that I would think that she was shot in the chest or stabbed in the chest or something.
Right, something with the chest.
Definitely with the chest.
Yeah.
Like, could that be her cause of death? I mean, we don't know, right?
Right, yeah.
We
I know,
have to
they
wait
still
for the
haven't.
pathologist to reveal that, like for the
Yeah, they
police
still
to reveal
haven't
that.
said anything. And he still hasn't spoken out about anything, which is kind of crazy to me.
It is crazy.
Because I feel like as a celebrity with a big fan base, at least you should say
He's not even trying to do, like...
Hasn't posted, hasn't reposted anything, activity, not like as if he disappeared. But apparently in the article it says that he was completely cooperating with the feds. So,
I mean,
I don't know.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Maybe he was like, damn, I finally got caught.
Oh, maybe.
And when you get caught, you go, what do I do?
Right. What do you do?
Right. And the thing is, like, as a writer myself, because, I did creative writing.
Yeah.
I feel like that is not far-fetched that all of, like, his art, like, the art that it all stems from people we know.
No, of course.
Things that we can relate to. He has stated that his videos were connected to that manga. He was creating, like, that evil detective who kills and then he tries to solve his own crimes.
Which is stupid.
Okay, buddy.
Like, talk about ego.
Yes. Which, with the world card, it just shows, like, I feel like he definitely was like, I feel like untouchable kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And, he named his alter ego the manga character Itami, which means pain in Japanese.
Oh, interesting.
Which he also has mentioned is an agent of chaos, an evil version of himself.
Yeah.
Which, like I said before,
that's fucking insane.
When someone shows you who they are, believe them. So when I was watching these two videos, for me, believe it or not, the most that impacted me was the use of his blindfold.
Oh, no. Oh, you're right. In that video.
Right. The blindfold in his video, symbolically, is used to dampen our senses of reality.
Right.
Or being able to transition into an unnatural state.
Oh, okay.
So with the covering of his eyes, he can bypass the consciousness of guilt.
Right.
Following, like, the societal rules. Because, when you see things, like the reality, you cannot deny what you're seeing with your own two eyes.
No, yeah.
But when you cover them, it leaves you that leeway that you can basically deny what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Or, like, going against, like, society, right?
Right.
So he feels like he can feed into the violence that he holds inside himself. So this blindfold is almost like saying, like, he's being allowed to reveal his dark shadow self without restriction of regret. Which, in his song, he goes, I didn't even regret it. That he hates to say it, but that's how he fucking feels. And in forensic psychology, the covering of the eyes can be about control and power. Releasing human empathy by allowing himself to release chaos.
Right. So
another note that I wanted to add is that his main female characters that appears in his videos look similar to Celeste.
Yeah, they do.
And usually, so what I've seen, because I didn't see all his videos, it does depict a volatile, toxic relationship.
It really does.
The fucking words are insane. Like, I'm like, how he got away? Like, I almost feel like he was trying to romanticize a destructive and toxic relationship. Yeah. Which, you know what?
You know what it reminds me of? You know the show You?
Funny enough. I was just going to correlate that.
The stalkerish and how people online are trying to romanticize.
Yes. And I'm sorry, being stalked is not love, first of all.
It's not.
Like, that is not the highest love a man can have for you.
Come on. You gonna lower your standards to somebody who kills people for you? And people are openly romanticizing, Joe Goldberg.
Yes.
Stalking back, killing her friend.
You know what? I think that might be some type of dark trend that people want to romanticize. Like,
I don't know why. Like serial killer-ish.
Yeah,
like kidnappers kidnapping you and then falling in love. Like, dude, I could
Stockholm
never.
syndrome,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay, where
that's
you
not love.
fall in love with your abuser and shit.
Yeah, that's
okay?
not love, dog. Come on. Let's be real.
And you can tell, like, just with the words and just the video itself, right?
Yeah.
The way that it was directed, there is this weird possessive and obsession.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I agree.
and you know, another thing that stood out to me is the name he chose for himself.
Of the D4VD,
D4D, whatever.
dead, I call him.
And the reason why, because as I've seen in whatever
Yeah.
I was able to research in such a short time,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to correlate that he does have an interest in Japanese culture.
It does.
Manga, right?
Yeah.
And you know, in Japanese superstition, 4 is considered unlucky because it sounds similar to the word death, which is pronounced as
I didn't
she.
even think of that.
Exactly. So for some reason, when I saw the 4 in his name, I was like, why would he choose that number? And so when I saw that his correlation with, like, you know, his fascination with Japanese culture.
I think you would know.
Yes, of course he knows. So he's basically saying he is death.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
So, you know, a reader by the name of Ellen over on YouTube with the channel called Spiritually Intuitive Readings. I do readings in her group. You know, she stated that she felt that he had entered an energy where he felt like godlike or immortal in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, especially after rising into fame. And this fits along the blindfolding.
Yeah.
Which can depict a supernatural being called the yokai. Because if you notice in anime, someone that is blindfolded, they usually depict a strong sense of power, almost godlike.
Gojo from, okay, for anime lovers that may be watching, everybody knows who Gojo is. Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. I will literally show you a picture. He's a white platinum hair male who's astronomically strong and wears a blindfold.
Exactly.
And this dude's strong as hell. Like, not stronger than Goku from what I heard, but I'm gonna show you a picture. Like, look. That's him.
Oh, Brian, I've seen this, but I didn't know that was his name, though.
Yeah, that's Gojo. And he holds, obviously, high power. Like, he's probably the top... not probably. He's the strongest person in that, you know, mini Jujutsu Kaisen school.
Right.
So, that's so crazy that you say that.
Yeah, so, you know, everything he's done has been thought out for a reason. Yeah. And when I saw his videos with the blindfold, I was like, what is it with the fucking blindfold?
Right.
You know? And in Western... You know, us West people, like, we got problems too, you know? Yeah. We usually, you know, blindfolding, usually connected with sexual stuff, whatever. Yeah. But in other, like in the East, like in Japan, you know, obviously, like I said before, the blindfold hinders, like, it allows you to basically tap into the subconscious. Yeah. Like that inner power. So I definitely feel like what Ellen was saying does correlate with the blindfolding, because I feel like in some way he felt like he was like untouchable, right, or like powerful in some way. So I don't know, like I just find like a lot of the stuff, like the symbolism. That's why I didn't watch all his videos. But for me, that stood out the most was his name. Yeah. Now that you say it, like, yeah, that's creepy. I was like, why is there? Because I question everything. Yeah. Okay, even a simple naggle, why is there a number there? Yeah. You know, and when I saw that he was talking about, he was like, his videos are in reference to a manga that he was trying to create, whatever. Yeah. I was like, okay, so this guy is really heavy into Japanese culture, you know? So that's what led me to investigate. That's so crazy. I completely forgot about that. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I just think that something's really wrong with honestly, this guy. Yeah. Clearly. And I feel like maybe he was like, maybe what also like exasperated that feeling was because since he was making videos about these things and people were like basically like eating it up. Yeah. Like he felt like I'm untouchable. Yeah, he did. You know, and I also feel. And you want to know what? When he came out with Romantic Homicide, a lot of people loved it. People said it was like about killing, you know, an old self of you. Like, you know, what you want to change about yourself, you kill it off, whatever. Right. Some people did romanticize it to where it's like you're obsessed with somebody so bad. People had no issue, you know, they were like, oh my God, I love this song. And it's like now that they find out, you know, he could be a potential killer, now they're like, oh my God, this song is horrible. Like, oh my God, he actually meant it. Yeah, it's like a fucking like signed confession. Like, honestly, like, and I know people are going to be like, oh, but it's art. No, the fuck. Listen, maybe art it is, to a point. But art always holds some truth. Yeah. Okay, exactly. And believe it or not, most of the greatest art and masterpieces always derive by that raw, authentic truth. You know, And like, and you know what the thing is, like, people, I saw like a short clip of an interview between him and what is that guy that's gonna marry Selena Gomez?
Oh my god.
You know who I'm talking about.
He has like curly hair, right?
Yeah. I didn't see all of it.
God damn it! I know he is. Though.
Benny?
Benny.
Is it Benny?
No, Denny.
No.
I have no idea. I don't know, but he made the
Denny
song
is the
Earth.
restaurant.
Denny's. Oh my god, I forgot.
I
His
think
name.
it is Benny.
I don't know. We'll
But
find out.
anyway, with that short clip that I saw, and the reason why I think people
Benny Blanco.
when people see him, David, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Or like with that repo, like there was signs or whatever. Like people
Yeah.
can't see the signs,
Yeah.
and the reason why, which I feel like it points to the narcissism, because narcissistic people are really good at pretending.
Yeah.
Like they show a mask. They show
Love
one
bombing.
thing.
Yeah.
They have, like they say, a person like him has one mask for the public
and
one mask for himself and a mask that he doesn't show nobody.
Oh my god, that is so fucking weird that you say that, because in Japanese culture, they have a thing called the three masks. Oh my god.
Oh, share.
So the three masks is basically what you just said. You know, it's a Japanese theory. You know, you have one that you show outside. Like, I'm going to show you a picture. That's what it looks like. One you show to the public.
Oh, the face show to the world.
Yourself.
Oh, yes.
And to others.
Exactly.
That's so fucking
weird.
I
feel like, and you know what? Like every relationship, right? Yeah. No one knows your partner better than you.
Yeah.
And definitely. So, like Celeste, which I feel sorry for her, was the one who saw everything, like his rawest form. Yeah. You know, and I feel like the reason why she was hiding, I mean, obviously, I think at that point it was already more because of him. You know, and maybe even the reverse Queen of Wands could be a representation of him, like domineering. Yeah. You know, but for some reason, I get his mother, because I don't know why, but I feel like she may have been like a foundation for his career. Right. I don't know if you can confirm that or not, but it makes me feel like she is like a big part of his career. So if anyone does know that for 100% sure, like,
I mean, dude,
tell me if I'm wrong.
That he makes, like, it's usually wrapped around with like love.
And you're gonna tell me as a mom that you don't know who your son with? And like her mom, like, oh, I don't like know. I never seen. All I know is a boy named David. Bro. Like,
and I saw people like arguing about the fact, like, oh, but that's like a really common name. What are the coincidences that it's him? I'm like, come on, let's not be naive.
Yeah. Let's not play dumb.
He was with a girl named Celeste. And the mother of this girl named Celeste is saying that she had a boyfriend named David. Come on, really? How common? It's literally right in front of your face.
Right.
Like, come on. Like,
but I feel like his mom may have known some stuff too.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe for him too, maybe the Page of Wands could also be him, like a very rebellious person. Like he feels like I could do what I want, like a chip on his fucking shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
But definitely I feel like when I saw the interview, like if you look at him just like face front, you go, how could that be?
Yeah.
But sociopath, or not even, like narcissistic people, they really can show you one thing really and be a monster in the house. And people who went through narcissistic abuse, if you went through this and you're listening, you know firsthand.
I mean, look at Ted Bundy.
Right. People, he was a pillar of fucking community.
Charming.
Yes.
Did all this stuff, and he ended up being a crazy dude.
And you know why I also feel that he felt the privilege to take her life? Because she has been missing since February 2024, right?
Who would care?
So he goes, if no one is looking for her, like really, really.
Who would care that she's dead?
So he goes, if I do this, no one's going to bother looking for her. No one's going to, like, care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't.
It took for somebody to smell it. Nobody cared that she disappeared, like, permanently. Nobody saw her in live streams, nothing. Nobody cared. And he was right. If that's what it is, he was completely right.
Yeah.
Nobody came looking for her at all.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was right. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just feel like this case is very interesting. I do feel like there's a lot of, like,
the documentary is going to go crazy.
Right? I know there's going to be a lot of misinformation out there. And I feel like that could be reason why the cops may have a little bit of difficulty in piecing things together.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all the stuff that, especially social media.
No,
Lord.
oh my God, don't even get me started.
It's just, I'm like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
I know people trying to come up with theories and then like.
Right, which leads me to the point that at the end of it all, we all have our theories. We all could feel things intuitively, because what I discussed is what I felt intuitively, especially based on what the cards that came out. Because I really don't know him until now, you know, and really what I researched really doesn't say much about him.
I'm so fucking angry at him. I used to love him. Like, I would religiously listen to his music. Yeah, unreleased music. Man. Which we'll get. Celeste.
Which, yes, right. They came out, the leaked
Celeste
song.
Demo,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a bunch of unreleased music that, you know, people didn't really care about until now.
Yeah, that's what happens, unfortunately. You know, usually sometimes something so gruesome, becomes like that infamous. You know, there's famous and then infamous. Yeah. You know, but at the end of it all, you know, we have to allow the police to do their job. Yeah. And I hope that everything is done in their power, and you know, they actually bring Celeste justice.
Me too. I hope it doesn't end up like the Diddy Combs case.
Right. Anyway, that's another episode. So if anyone that's listening, if you know anything about what happened, you know, please have a little bit of empathy, and you know, think, what if it was your sister, your daughter, your kid, yourself? You know, please have the kindness to share it with police, because you know, you also can share things anonymously.
Yeah, if you don't want to know, you don't have to. Just say, hey, I want to do this anonymously. I have this, and that. Take it as you wish. And that's it.
Right. Yeah. You know, but I feel like this girl does deserve.
No, she really does.
Some justice, you know, because if it is true that her hands were missing, it does show like this need to own her in some way.
Yeah, her trophy.
You know, which is just
sickening.
It's very, very,
very, especially her being so young. We're talking about like my sister's age.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just starting high school, you know, that's insane.
Very. But I mean, for whatever happened, whoever failed her, I'm hoping that at least now they can at least do her some justice, some type of like, you know what, we couldn't do for you in life,
we'll do for you now.
That we're gonna do for you now.
I mean, it's messed up that it takes for her.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, that happens to a lot of people. That it takes for them to die for people to actually start looking into stuff.
Yeah. Same thing with fame. Sometimes people don't get famous until after they died, and they don't even get to enjoy.
That's crazy.
The fruits of their fucking labor. You know. Like sometimes they even become timeless, like Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
You know, poor guy was a struggling writer. You know, he was struggling on cocaine and shit, and because people didn't understand his works. And look, now he's timeless. He's immortal.
Yeah.
You know?
He's living on like years.
I know he must be up in heaven, like, really?
Yeah, word.
Now?
Like, come on, bro.
That would have been good yesterday so I could buy some fucking bread. You know?
And more cocaine.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah. Yeah, they had crack in fucking Coca-Cola. No, it was cocaine. Yeah, it was cocaine. Can you imagine?
Bruh.
I don't want to imagine.
Raymond would be high off his ass.
All right, so we're going to leave it at that. If you feel free to comment or give any feedback about what you think, some theories to this case. But at the end of the day, we just got to, like I said before, we got to let the cops do their job.
Yeah.
And if anyone does know something, please
say something.
If you see something,
say something. Yes. Also, if you guys have topics you want to talk about, we could do that too.
Oh, yes. If you want us to talk about something in particular.
Anybody. It doesn't even have to be like crime. It could just be anything.
Yeah, because like, you know, in this Eliza's talk, I chose that name specifically because I didn't want it just to zone in on one specific thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to have the freedom to talk about whatever I want, because I get bored very fast.
Yeah.
I know, and if it's by one specific thing, I'll lose interest, and I'll be like, fuck this podcast.
Being a criminal justice major is fun and all, but then talking about constant killings and crimes and charges, dude, it gets tiring.
Yeah. So what if you guys want us to talk about anything and pull some cards in reference to it and talk about it, and to give our insight on what I feel and see, just feel free to comment or share whatever your thoughts are. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll be talking to you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.